Hey guys, Mike here from Old Man Things. How y'all doing? I thought I'd do a little video. The last video I'll do before my canoe trip. First, I want to show you something. I got this yesterday. Look at that, isn't that neat? It's an old Comoys pipe stand from Paul from Pipes of Old. Isn't that neat? So cheers, Paul. This is fantastic. Let me light my pipe. And I'm smoking it's a tan shell. Horn, I believe, is the shape of that, with some peddler's portage. Wind's picked up. So, my last video, I showed you me cleaning up my Hudson Bay Winona solo canoe. Neighbors. That's why I want to get away. So, my last video, I showed you that canoe. And you're probably going to think, boy, he's lost his mind. But I've had a bit of an adventure with my canoe. But before I do that, I want to show you my paddles. I got these at a garage sale. Bending branches. And this is so I'm going to take this with me. This is a beaver tail. Isn't that fantastic? And then this is another bending branch. And this is a bent shaft. That's my paddles I'm going to be taking. So let me tell you what I've been up to. For years now, I think the first time I went to the Boundary Waters in Ely, Minnesota, there was this canoe that they were raffling off, and it was, I mean, in my opinion, it was the nicest canoe I'd ever seen in my life. It was a Merrimack canoe. This would have been like 2013, 2014, so about 10 years ago. I had seen this canoe, and then and it was like a painted one, and a version of the Merrimack canoe for the Hudson Bay colors, and that's what made me think to change to paint my solo canoe the way I did it. But the problem with the solo canoe is there's only one seat, and it's made for one person. So you put anyone else in there, even if you have like a cushion on the bottom, it's very tippy. So I've always wanted another one, and of course my dream was a Merrimack. And so I believe Monday or Tuesday I said to my wife, I really would love to have this Merrimack. canoe. And she said, if you sell your canoe, then you can get one. Well, there was a part of me that I didn't really want to sell it, but I put it up for sale. And the next morning, it was gone. I put it up for sale in the evening. Next morning, it was sold. So I contacted Merrimack, and they had one in stock. They only had one in stock. And 30 seconds after I bought it, somebody tried buying it online. So on Friday, my son had a tour with the University of Green Bay, and then we went to my in-laws, visited them, and then we went to my wife's sister's house and her husband Tim, who's going to go with me. We went out to eat, and then the next morning, Tim and I drove into Winona, Minnesota, and we picked up the canoe. I got home last night, and I want to show you my new canoe, and then I'll tell you about it. I'm not talking, and there's just a little bit of music to it, but you can see this is an heirloom. This is like a for me it's almost like a dream come true as it comes to canoes because I love canoes. In fact, I had this old hat. Let me show you. My hair's a mess, but never to think that that canoe right there was going to be my canoe one day. There you go. Isn't that fantastic? So it's a Kevlar shell. So it's very hard but very light. It only weighs about 45 pounds. The inside is all cherry wood ribs. The seats are both made out of cherry wood. And it's all hand woven. And then the gunnels and the plates, the front and the triangle, like they're called the plates, front and back, that's all walnut. And I showed the front is pine cones engraved in there, and in the back is a firefly. I'm almost too afraid to take it. It's so nice. But this is I can't wait to get it out. In fact, my wife and I might go tonight. But I'll be taking that on my trip, and I was almost too afraid to leave it alone. Um, last night, but it's just me. I have always loved canoes. My grandpa had a house on a lake in grandparents did in Ontario, Canada, and that's where I got my love for canoes. So, and this one is like the best of both worlds. It's like the old wooden canvas old town canoes, but those were so heavy, and this is so light. So I mean, so guys, just thought I'd show you my canoe. Super excited about it. Wanted to share with you. My next video will be my trip, and I'll try to like break them up into like sections so they're not so long. But what I'm going to do is my last year's trip was like 30 minutes, and it was just too long for people to sit and watch. I mean, even me, it's hard. I'm not going to watch a 30 minute video. So I broke it up into three parts. So when I did this, it was like I think in the winter, so it was a while ago. But and I have them on my channel, but it's like a private, like it's not posted public. So I'm going to post them public later this week. And this was my last year's trip, so there'll be three parts. So that, guys, having a cup of tea, my loon mug, and I hope to hear some loons when I'm there. So cheers, everyone.